In this video, I'm going to teach you what not to do when you are looking at competition. By the end of this video, you guys will know what is okay and what's just straight down shady and grimy and what you should not be doing. I'm Nikki, the owner of Branding Bartenders and the founder of the Bartender Society, which is an online course to help mobile bartenders get from point A to point B in their businesses. All right, let's get into it. Now, I took notes like I always do, so I don't miss any points for you guys. Again, we're going to be talking about competition and what not to do when you are just starting out. I understand when you're just starting out in your business, it's really, really tempting to hit up everybody that's in your service area and try to figure out what they're doing, what they're charging, how many clients they're getting, how they're getting them. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's decorum to that. It's decorum to that, okay? Rule number 1, do not get into their contact box. I know this is going to be triggering for a lot of people because I know a lot of people are doing it. I've actually had mobile bartenders tell me that they do this. And they get into their contact box and they act like they're a potential customer, or they take it further and go to their thumbtack, which if you are using thumbtack, then you know you have to pay for those leads. So for you to go into somebody's thumbtack account and pretend to be a potential client when all you're doing is trying to get their information on their services and their prices, that's just not right. It's not right, because most mobile bartenders, when they're starting out, whether they're starting out or not, every inquiry is a big deal. Every single one is a big deal, because that is potential for a new client. And when you're in this business, why don't you want new clients? You always want new clients. So getting into their contact box, guys, is shady. Okay, it's very, very unprofessional. And it's just downright wrong. You shouldn't do that, because how would you feel if you thought you had an actual potential client reaching out to you only to find out that it is another bartender that's just trying to find out what you got going on? It's not cool. Not cool at all. I recommend that you hit them up personally, either through email. I wouldn't really recommend DM. I mean, you can do DM, but it's all about how you do it also. But I recommend that you hit their email and ask them, ask them, do they mind sharing information with you? 9 times out of 10, they probably don't mind sharing information with you. But going about it in a sneaky way, not good. And not only that, you got to think about karma, okay? If you're doing this to other mobile bartenders, just think about how many people are going to do it to you. And especially if your inquiries are not coming in back to back and you finally get one, only to find out that they're never going to book with you because that's not their intention. Their whole intention is getting your service packages. Their whole intention is finding out what you charge. How would that make you feel? Think about it. Think about it. If you even have to pay, because let's face it, there is nothing in life that is free. Most people will be more inclined to help you if you said, hey, how much would you charge me for like maybe a 30-minute consult so I can kind of understand the ins and outs of the business in our city? They're more likely to speak with you and help you than if you did it the sneaky way. And like, even if you did it the sneaky way, you're not really getting information. All you're really getting is prices and services. But Everybody is different. Every mobile bartending company is different. The results they get, you probably not going to get, because you don't know exactly what they are doing in entirety. You're just going off their packages and their pricing. You'd be better off emailing them, asking them for a consult. A lot of mobile bartenders, especially when you're speaking in dollar signs, are not going to turn you down for that. When I first started out, it was this one guy that was like killing the game in my city. And I went directly to him. I even offered to pay him. He still wouldn't help me. But that's a chance you got to take. Right? It's a chance you got to take. But I didn't come to him and felt entitled because he knew something and because he's gotten to this place of where he's making so much money. I didn't feel like he was entitled to tell me his secrets or what he had going on. I didn't know. Nobody's entitled to do that for you. Nobody. If they want to do it, like some people may say, nah, you don't have to pay me. I'll just give you some pointers. Cool. Other people may want you to pay for their time. But you have to respect it either way. You have to respect it either way. Okay? Undercharging yourself to beat the competition. To me, if you are poaching other mobile bartenders and you're finding out their prices and you are setting your price, deliberately setting your prices cheaper just to beat them out, the only person that you are doing a disservice to is yourself. Simple as that. You're the only person that you cheating. That's the way I look at it. You're the only person that you're cheating. Because now you're going to go, what, $100 cheaper than they are? But you don't know how they are in their consultations. You don't know how their proposal looks. Even if you did, you can only copy people for so long. And once you get on that phone, your inexperience and the fact that you did absolutely no research and the fact that you have not found out what you are truly good at in this business is going to shine through bright like a diamond. So you can undercharge yourself to beat them. You can do that. But you're probably going to wind up, even if you get the client, you're going to wind up severely overworked, ain't making no money. And if you're not making any money, you can't grow. Point blank period. If you're not making any money, you cannot grow. That's facts. You can't grow. How are you going to grow making no money? Think about it. You cannot grow undercutting the competition. You should never want to do that anyways. Like, why would you devalue yourself just to get a booking? Because what's going to happen is you're going to be always known as the cheap bartender who other people who don't want to pay what they weigh, like yourself, you don't want to pay for anything. You just want it given to you and you want to run off with it. Then guess what? You're going to attract those same type of clients. And then you're going to get burned out and you're going to be upset. And then you're going to be thinking about quitting. So the only person you're doing a disservice to is yourself. I promise you that. Bad mouthing. I've also known of other mobile bartenders bad mouthing other mobile bartenders. Like, just for instance, if a client came to you and said, oh, I went to such and such and their prices was this and I didn't feel like that was fair, you know, for whatever reason, right? And instead of you being professional, you start off on, they overcharging you, and they trying to do this to you, and they doing this to you. Any client worth their salt is going to look at you sideways, and they're not going to hire you anyways. A shady client will probably still hire you, but they're going to work the shit out of you for that little money. Believe that. Trust that. Believe that. They're going to work you like a mule for that $175. Believe that. Okay? So, bad mouthing them, and I'm a firm believer in, if you're going to dig one grave for somebody, or if you're going to call yourself bad mouthing somebody to get ahead, then you need to dig 2 graves. Because karma don't miss a beat. It just don't. It don't miss a beat. So if you're intentionally doing something that you know that is not right, what you think gonna happen for the future of your business? And people talk. I'm just saying. Leaving bad reviews. You ever heard of like how some businesses be in competition, right? So if the one business is doing better than the other business, then they actually go on people's Google pages, go on Yelp, and put out bad reviews. Never had a service from them before, right? Never had a service from them before at all, and put out a bad review. Just to hurt their business in the hopes that their business will do better. Again, if you're going to dig a grave, dig 2. If you are so captivated and interested in your competition, put your big girl pants on, put your big boy pants on, and just step to them as a professional. Don't ever start your conversation off, how can you help me? What can you tell me? You need to come at them like, could you give me like a 30-minute consult? How much would it cost to do like maybe a 30-minute, an hour consult to learn the ins and outs of the business in our city? Because from state to state to city is different. It's real life different. Period. It's a whole different ballgame in every city. And if you find somebody in your city that is killing it, then you need to be asking them either where they got their information from, who they learned from, or asking them how they did it. But you need to have how much in front of that. You know, I saw on somebody's thing, well, I don't know if I saw it or somebody told me, but it's like, oh, well, I had the information, I'll just give it away. No, you wouldn't. Like, no, you wouldn't. And if you would, then you're dumb. Trigger warning. You're stupid if you are doing that. You mean to tell me you're taking food out of your mouth, out of your children's mouth, out of your family's mouth to be some humble servant? People pay attention to what they pay for. Understand that. Okay? It's not like you're doing some kind of injustice because you're charging somebody to learn something that you had to put the sweat and tears and trial and error in to learn. If they really want your help, then they'll pay you for it. I'm not saying that they have to go out and charge you an obscene amount of money just to tell you who their vendors are and whatnot. But put some respect on these people. And like I said, a lot of them will be like, no, you don't have to pay me. I'll just tell you. But do it that way. Try it that way before you go get in their contact box, making them believe that they actually have a real client when it's just you out here being sneaky. Like, that's not cool. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time a bartender comes to me and they tell me they do that, I cringe a little bit. And a lot of times I will tell them, like, you shouldn't do that. That's totally not fair. You should not do that. Like, oh, I just want to know. It's not a big deal. But it is. It is a big deal. Like, I literally cringe to that because it's so shady. Like, on every level, it's shady. Stop doing that to people. Then you wonder why you ain't getting no bookings. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. All right, that's all I got to say on this subject. But play this back as many times as you need to get your come to Jesus moment. Okay? Play this back as many times as you need to. Stop being afraid of your competition, because where I sit, I don't see competition. If I fail at something, or if something is not right in my business, you think I care about what a competition says or thinks or whatever? I don't. They're not me. I'm not them. I don't see competition because I don't watch competition. For what reason? We are different people. We are different companies. I'm not watching you. I could care less what you're doing. What you're doing ain't going to pay my bills. And that's how I look at it. I could literally care less what you're doing. I don't even follow my competition. I don't check up on my competition. I don't do none of that. For what reason? For what reason? I don't care what you're charging. I charge for what I offer. I don't charge for the hours I spent building my course. I don't charge for the time I put into it. I charge for what you are going to get out of it. How you are going to excel in your business if you implement what I tell you. That's it. That's what I charge for. And right now, I can charge a certain price because I have social proof. I have clients out here that are booking 4 and 5 figure events. That are getting called out, that are making good money. That is what I sell. I don't sell a course, I sell a solution. I sell a shortcut. So, am I worried about my competition? Not at all. I'm not. And mind you, I've gotten people in my inbox talking about competition. I don't ever respond to that. I don't respond to negativity. I don't jump onto negativity because, okay, well, if you feel that way about them, that's you. I have nothing to do with that because I don't know them. I don't watch them. I don't follow them. So I can't really form an opinion on them. And you guys need to be the same way. Point blank, period. All right, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications so you'll be notified every time I create another video for you guys. And if you want to learn more about the Bartender Society, which is a mobile bartending business platform, building platform, where we help mobile bartenders at every stage grow their businesses, click the link down below, book a call. If you know you already want to be in, go ahead, sign up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles.